Alright, this is always a classic matchup and is stuck with the Christmas theme this year, but the Sixers did have control of it for the majority of the night. Their point of emphasis was their paint defense, especially with Embiid, and that was leading to a lot of open looks for either Horford or Porzingis whenever he sagged off or had his show on drives. Even Tatum got to eat against his drop in the SNRs, and it was the same thing for White in his two-man game with Porzingis against Yabusele, but the trade-off worked in their favor because the Celtics started settling and couldn't get anything easy inside, especially Brown. He couldn't get going at all and had more turnovers than buckets from all of their quick hands, so they got to eat on those constant steals. But that was an issue for the entire Celtics team, so if it wasn't a run out off a turnover, it was pace from their misses, and that's what got the Sixers into a rhythm early, because they kept getting quick buckets in transition and was flowing right into their actions. There were a good amount of cross matches or even mismatches because of their bigs in that drop, so Maxey got to eat whenever he got downhill, and it was opening up the pop for either Embiid or Yabusele just as much. Even Caleb Martin got going because the Celtics were sagging off him, so he got to line up his trays throughout, and they all basically got whatever they wanted inside or outside in the first half. The only reason the Celtics stayed in the game was because of the Jays in the last 4 minutes of the second, and that stretch was just them making tough shots. Brown was forcing it inside, then Tatum hit a couple tough trays, and that slight momentum was what carried over into the third for them to make it a game. It was obvious their ball pressure turned up, so that stagnated the Sixers' offense into ones, and the Jays just continued to kill, especially Brown, because he got to attack quicker or get the right matchups. If anything, the Celtics should have even broke the game open this quarter because of how disastrous it was for the Sixers, but they couldn't capitalize on their momentum in the last 3 minutes, and that basically saved the Sixers' night. They just got to reset at the start of the fourth in a tied game, and that led to Maxey's takeover with Caleb Martin to shift the momentum back in their favor off a 23-6 run. Maxey was just frying Sam Hauser or that drop, so the Celtics had to start selling, but that didn't work because of Caleb Martin's heater, and the both of them hit all the timely bailouts throughout. Those were crucial because it all went downhill once their starters subbed back in, but I wouldn't even say that was the reason for it, and it was more about Maxey damn near throwing away the game just as fast as he damn near won it. The Celtics started picking up 94 feet, so that led to his 3 straight turnovers that ignited their final run, and the Sixers were just fortunate none of them had the free throw plague, because any miss at the line could have potentially led to OT or cost them the game. But the one thing I don't understand is why it took the Celtics that long to show a sense of urgency, because they had the entire third to do so, and by then, they were going against the clock. Just watch the tape.